Welcome back to another episode of Film Buff Bros. And in this episode, we're going to talk about our, not favorite miscast, but movies where we think that there was a role that was miscast. Well, I'm going with a movie that I'm very excited to see this month, July 26th. But it's the character of Wolverine, who's been in a bunch of movies. And I think Hugh Jackman, not too familiar with his other work, honestly, and he does a decent enough role, but growing up reading Wolverine comics and watching the cartoon, I know the character to be much more of an anti-hero than the one that Hugh Jackman portrays, and he seems just a little too nice, a little too heroic, and conventional and collected. He's not as chaotic and unhinged and independent as the original Wolverine character is. It's just he's just not as combustible or unpredictable, and kind of flies by the seat of his own pants, and willing to go against the grain of the X-Men, just a little bit of a pretty boy, Hugh Jackman. I think that Christian Bale would do better, especially when Wolverine has his mask, which he doesn't even have in the movies. So it's hard to say now that I think of it. I could what's his face? Christian Bale as Batman was pretty good with that ridiculous voice. Didn't really, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say who could be who could do that. A young Robert De Niro, maybe a middle-aged Robert De Niro. But I just think he needed to be more gritty, less of a pretty boy, maybe like scars on his face, and just a more gravelly voice. So
yeah,
unfortunately, even though I do watch all those movies that come out, didn't even really like the movie Wolverine itself. But I don't know. Like Marvel, it's like too safe and too Hollywoodized.
Because I heard that one, Logan, or I think it was Logan.
That's what it is, Logan.
It's more vicious, but it's also more sentimental with the daughter and stuff.
Yeah.
So it does seem like, especially with the first ones, because I've only seen the first couple X-Men, is that they were playing it safe, playing in the margins a little too much with the character, and perhaps another character, or it could have been written more vicious, or both, right? So I'm going with, this is definitely number one for me by far. It's Jesse Eisenberg. In Batman vs. Superman, he plays Lex Luthor, which originally was played by Gene Hackman in the original, which I thought was good. But he's just not intimidating. His voice, his mannerisms, he's just annoying. Like he's like probably the worst written, worst acted villain I've ever seen. Like zero threat factor, not intimidating. Parts it seems like he's trying to intimidate Heath Ledger, and like especially in the beginning when he's got the long hair and he's with a little voice like this, and it just doesn't work on any level. He just comes off as like a rich, spoiled teenager, which I know Lex Luthor is sort of that, but it's just there's got to be like some fear to a villain. Like even the wardrobe is just lame. It's just like a blazer with like a Rock T-shirt on, and I know like they're again trying to copy Dark Knight or something with the natural looking superheroes with the natural clothes instead of the fancy comic book style. And zero tension with his character. All his scenes, like there should be tension, but he's moving around, he's blabbing and talking so much. Better choice, I would say Michael Fassbender possibly for Lex Luthor, and maybe Colin Farrell. And a close runner-up definitely is Heather Graham in From Hell, which I think you and I both like that movie, and it's a good movie. She's just sticks out like a sore thumb in that movie. Her accent, her bright red hair. It's like someone lost a bet or owed a favor to put some of these people in these movies. So
I think my runner-up, just talking about period pieces, is Keanu Reeves in Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've liked him in some roles, but his accent comes and goes, and he's too poised. Doesn't seem fearful at moments where he should be. Yeah. But we could go on and on with miscast roles for sure.
Quite a few, man.
Anyway, that's our episode for this week. Tune in next week for another episode and click down below to subscribe and hit the notification icon so you can be notified of all of our upcoming content. And please leave a comment down below to let us know what movies we should be reviewing.
Appreciate it.